1979 Lancia Beta 1300, which is unusual enough in itself, given that there is only currently 9 showing register left on UK roads. So super rare vehicle in itself. This one, really interesting story. Original owner from 1979, bought new here in Newcastle. They owned it for 44 years. It was parked up in 1994, where it had done just under 4,000 miles. It was then bought by the current owner in November last year, who pulled the car out of the garage, recommissioned it. Got a list of everything he's done, which we'll put on the description. He's then done 500 miles in it. The car's on 4,400 and change now. So a sub 5,000 mile. I would imagine it's the lowest mileage of those 9 left. Before we have a good look around the car, we're going to start by having a quick look through the paperwork. We will detail everything we know about the paperwork in the description and the ownership, all that sort of stuff. But we'll just have a quick flick through to start with. So quick glance over what we've got. We do have the original books. We have the original service book, which has the original owner's details, the registration with the chassis and everything in there, done by Irvine Motors in Newcastle. It then has the stamp for its original PDI service, if we can find the page with my fat fingers, there you go, which was done in March 1979. Car was registered on the 1st of March 1979, so done the same day. We then have, in December 1979, the stamp for its free service done by the original supply and dealer. We then have a letter to go with that says that they were giving up the Lancia franchise later that year, so they couldn't have gone back there for the service. If we then go into this folder here, got a load of old receipts and instruction manuals, things like that. We have a stack of MOTs from its first one in 1982, where the car had done, let's have a look, it doesn't actually have the miles on. Oh yeah, it does, 2,430, and then they go up very, very slowly all the way through to the last one in 1994, where the car had done, so about 3,886 in February 94. We then have the tax disc in the windscreen to go with that. We have the original Irvine Motors order form. The car was, what was the cash price? £3,632. Charged £17 for number plates. There you go. We've got 2 copies of that were paid by cheque. Then there's a letter from Lancia, like I mentioned. We also have a load of MOTs and service records since the Lancia franchise went, going all the way through to 1994. Note in the mileage. It also had rust proofing underneath. When we pop the camera underneath, you'll see that makes a lot of sense. And then again, inspections, MOTs, receipts for MOTs, going all the way through. So a nice comprehensive history up until when the car was taken off the road. And then, like I say, we'll list everything that was done as far as recommission, but it was sort of brake drums, things like that, stuff, all the stuff you'd expect. And like I say, the car is now on 4,446, so it's done just over 500 miles over the summer this year. It's been to things like the Brooklands Museum for the Auto Italia car show and things like that. So, starting with the bodywork, if we start on this driver's side, if we put the camera all the way down, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. It's not full of ripples or dents. Panel gaps are nice and even all the way along. It does have what we believe to be the original paint. If you look inside the seals and all the usual telltale signs, it doesn't look like the paint's been redone. We do have a couple of little marks on the wing there and another one just there. But to me, it's only original ones. You would rather have those than lose that originality. So rest of the wing, lower down below the bumper, lovely and neat. Round behind the bumper, there's no sign of any corrosion or anything coming through there. Round the indicator again, lovely and neat. And that trim, nice and straight all the way down. It does have a plastic arch liner that covers most of the arch, but you can see inside there's nothing nasty poking through there. It's obviously been stored correctly. The owner did say it was on the original tyres when he bought the car, so he's had those replaced with some nice new ones, because obviously the old ones were rock hard. Lovely clean steel wheels with the Lancia centre caps. Normally they're all milky and horrible, but these ones, as you can see, are lovely. Continuing down this side, we go along the sill from here. You can see nice and tidy all the way along. That sill line is sharp and crisp all the way down. And then if I put the camera underneath, not inches thick and undersea, you can see nice and neat, not loads of welding, not loads of patches. It's been parked here a little while as well. There's no fluids dropping on the floor, as you can see. Driver's door, we've got one tiny little stone chip just there, but other than that, lovely and neat. And there is a little mark just across the top there where it meets the window. Windows themselves are clear and crack free, nice and bright. They're all stamped up in the right place. No sign of any stone chips on the A-pillar or any corrosion coming through on the front screen. And again, the front windscreen, nice and clean. Up onto the roof, there's no ripples, there's no dents, there's no marks on there. I would say this has probably been in the garage with a cover on it because there's a few swirls here and there where maybe a good polish would get rid of those. But other than that, lovely and tidy. Nothing to whinge about on the rear door. We pop the camera into this bit here, apart from a little bit of dust. There's no corrosion coming through in the hole here or where you would usually find it. And inside that arch, again, sharp all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. I say he replaced all 4 wheels. There's another little blister in the paint just there. Really nice and straight all the way down. Rear bumper sits nice and level. It's not off to one side. The rubber is still lovely and soft. It's not dried out or cracked. And the chrome work is lovely and clean all the way along. Lower valance, nice and neat. It's not rusted or cracked out. See the fuel tank and things under there, the exhaust, all nice and clean. From the original Irvine Motors dealer plates. The tailgate itself is lovely. All the way across, original sticker in the back window. And again, round the back window. No sign of any corrosion coming through. The seal's lovely and soft. Really, very good. Round on the passenger side, and again, if you look all the way down there, lovely and straight, all the way down. There's a little bit of a sort of dry patch in the paint there, so again, a good polish would make a difference there. Rear arch is nice and sharp. You can just see that patch sort of there in the light, but it is only minor. I am being really picky because it is such an interesting car. Nothing to point out on the rear door. Again, we can have a look along the sill on this side, all nice all the way along. Again, front door nice and neat. We do have one little, what we'd call a spider in the paint just there. But again, like I said, it's original once. Do you really want to paint it? Because I wouldn't. Lovely across that front scuttle and up the A-pillar. No sign of any stone chips or anything coming through. Again, the seal on this side is nice. I did mention it earlier on. 12 months tax put on in February 94. That's when the car was parked up. And then front wing nice and tidy. Again, solid around the arch itself all the way around. Front bumper, same as the back. The rubber's lovely and soft. The stainless bit's nice. Lower valance is lovely all the way along. Another dealer plate on the front. Obviously, it was parked at 4,000 miles. Why would it need a new plate? Nice and neat all along the front there. Black trim's good. This plastic normally goes horrible, but this one's lovely. And this trim here is nice as well. Bonnet itself, lovely and straight. No ripples or dents. We've got one little mark in the paint just there. But other than that, all nice and tidy. Interior is in really good condition. Smells fresh. There's no sign of any damp or any nasty smells in there. Driver's door card, lovely and neat. There's no wear on either of the places where you put your arm. This will look dirty on the camera, but if you get nice and close, you can see lovely and clean all the way around. Door catches, door shuts are all nice and tidy. And then we've got these mats in here, which look like they've been down the entire time because the carpet underneath looks brand new. Gauge cluster, really nice and clear. 4,446 miles. No damage across the top of the dash. Down the centre console's all good. Standard spec stereo, all that sort of stuff. And then the driver's seat, lovely and neat all the way along. Bolsters are firm, all the seams are good. Headlining is exactly as you'd expect. We'll pop the bonnet as we go. Lovely and neat on the door card. Door shut in the back. Backs of the seats in here are good. These are not stretched out or pulled. Rear bench is lovely and clean. Again, doesn't look like it's been sat in hardly at all. It's averaged less than 100 miles for every year it's been around this car. I did notice the rams are quite soft on the boot lid. There is a little aftermarket catch there to sort of hold it up, but you can place it if you want. Spares in there. We've got a load of the bits that were taken off when the car was recommissioned, so filters and things. So you've got the original filters and stuff, all there to go with the car should you want them. And then rear passenger side, lovely on the door card. Nothing to whinge about on the door shuts. Again, super nice and tidy in there. That's what makes for quite a boring video, but it makes for a very nice car, doesn't it? All good on the door card on this side. Same with the door shuts. And this seat is as good as the rest. Again, lovely. It's amazing how soft that fabric is. It's really nice. All these plastic trays. Centre section are all nice and neat. Normally they're sort of kicked and abused. And then under the bonnet, you've got that lovely little 4-cylinder twin cam. You can see the evidence of that wax protection that you can see the receipt for in the history file, sort of where it looks a bit cloudy. That's obviously done its job, especially on the front panel there. You can see it in the cavities. Yeah, I mean, you can clean it off for me. You've got that receipt, it's part of the history. I'd leave it personally. But if you do want to spend a weekend cleaning it off and polishing it up, that's up to you, isn't it? All your plaques are where they should be, all nice and standard looking in there. We'll get it fired up, and again, it's true cold start. It hasn't been started yet today. Fires up on the button, little rev. Like I say, it's done 500 miles or so since it's been recommissioned. It's taken over. It does want to be on choke though, really, doesn't it? Like, that's me being a bit daft there. So there you have it. Lancia 1300. 1 of 9 left. Super low mileage. Lovely history. Check the description, we'll detail everything we know about it. But if you've got any more questions, please get in touch. Thank you.